Hello everybody, hope you're doing fantastically well. It is Connor here and we are back with your Brighton preview without Senor Brown today. Unfortunately, it's my fault, but our work schedules haven't aligned this week, and obviously, you know, some things do get in the way, guys, as I'm sure you can respect. But listen, we're here with your Brighton preview, and yeah, it's going to be an interesting one this weekend. Very interesting indeed. How do Leeds go into it? What mentality do we put up this weekend? Are we going to be going for it hell for leather, or are we going to be a little bit more pragmatic? It's going to be really interesting to see. We're going to get into it, but before we start the video, guys, if you are new here, please like the content. Please subscribe to the channel as well. We're trying to grow as organically as we can, really. And check out Cards Plug, guys. The link is in the section below. Please check it out. You can get all your gifts for your mother, your father, your sister, your brother. As I always say, it's genuinely really, really good stuff. You can get a Leeds United badge here. You can get a One Leeds badge here. You can get all your stats to as many. Look at this, 99, 99, 99. Look at that. You can do that. You can do that for yourself. So check that out. Cardplug.com. Link is in the description below. Code 1Leeds, you get 20% off. So here we are, Brighton and Hove Albion. Now, the team news that is coming out of the Brighton and Hove Albion camp is Ben White returns for Brighton after a couple of games out, which is it's a bit annoying, to be honest. I watched Brighton in the last game against Sheffield United. There's no excuses, really. You should be beating Sheffield United, and I'm sure all Sheffield United fans would probably attest to that as well. But they miss Ben White. They massively miss Ben White. Those progressive runs from either defence or midfield, as we saw against Leeds United in the last game, they really cause teams problems. Ben is massively efficient in everything he does. His pass percentages are through the roof. He's very good at carrying the ball from his defensive third into that attacking third, creating space for other men in that midfield. We saw that with Trossard and McAllister in the first game. Ben White creating so much space, and I actually thought that he was the best player on the pitch in that first game. So yeah, he's back, which is a massive boost for Brighton and Hove Albion as well. It looks like Adam Lallana is going to be out for this game, which is positive for Leeds. I think his ball control is very, very good. I think creating certain scenarios similar to Ben White in terms of carrying the ball, but obviously Adam Lallana is very elite at creating chances. But with Leeds, Rafinha is out, which is damning. It's very annoying, and Fernandinho, his countryman, seems to have given him a real injury, doesn't he? A real injury, which is keeping him out for some time. Rodrigo is back. What part he has to play, I don't really know. You know, where does he fit in at this moment in time in this Leeds side? Does he take Roberts' place? I don't personally think that he does at this moment in time. A lot of you will disagree, but I think off the ball, Roberts is much better. We can rely on Roberts in the midfield for a more disciplined, regimented performance than we can with Rodrigo. I think with Rodrigo, you never know what you're going to get. Is he just going to go flying forward and sort of turn Leeds into a 4-4-2 formation and stick up there with Bamford naturally? You do see him progressing up the field a lot more. Roberts, as I've said, is a little bit more disciplined for me, so I wouldn't change that. Is he going to replace Paddy? No. So I mean, I thought the Rodrigo signing in general was a little bit confusing, you know, when you've got someone like Emi Buendia on the market. But Rodrigo, listen, he's a world-class player. Where does he fit for Leeds United? I don't know where he fits. A lot of people will hark back to goal contributions and all this sort of stuff, but I think what we've seen with Leeds United in the past 6 games is a real defensive solidity, not only at the back, but in midfield as well, between Dallas and Roberts. And why would you get rid of that partnership? Why would you get rid of a partnership that seems to be doing okay in the midfield? You know, face Chelsea, Manchester City, Manchester United, Liverpool, and they've done all right. You know, we've done decent in midfield. So it's going to be, once again, I don't know what Marcelo's going to do in terms of approaching this game. They're 17th in the table of Brighton, but if they, if I think their XG, if they'd have hit their XG this year, they'd be in Europe. So they're a very good team at building up through the transitions. They're a very good team at the back. They've got a lot of height. Webster, I think, is returning this week as well. I think Dan Burn is going to be available. So, it's going to be set-piece City. They've got a lot of height, a lot of good delivery in terms of Trossard and Solly March. So Leeds are going to have to be really on it. But, I just don't really know how we set up in terms of style for this game. I probably would do what we've been doing in the last couple of games and try hit them on the counter-attack. That's what I'd try do. I don't really see what else we can do without Rafinha. I think this Leeds side is struggling for an out ball at this moment in time. We've been fantastic, defensively resolute, but the out ball is a bit of a problem at this moment in time. Helder Costa, there wasn't much about him. We don't know if he's going to be fit or not, but I just didn't really think he's not consistent enough. And this is the problem with the wingers that we have. Jack Harrison's, listen, he's put unbelievable numbers up there this season, but I think the last 4 or 5 games you've seen some real inconsistencies when he's come up against top-class opposition, top-class fullbacks. He's been getting brought off in the 60th minute, 70th minute. So we're struggling with consistency at this moment in time. A lot of people will hark back and say, yeah, but Connor, this is against Brighton. But, if you look at, for example, Jack Harrison's performance against Brighton last time, it wasn't great. But you look at that, the wingers are always helped with Rafinha because of his quality. He brings up people in the side because of his quality. Bamford is elevated. Harrison is elevated when Rafinha plays, and that's what we naturally always see because we've got a world-class player there. As I say, we've got an out ball, and I think without him in this side, it is a problem. It is a problem because we don't have that X factor. We look a little bit more championshipy going forward anyway. Not at the back. I think we look really good at the back. Calvin, another big game for him coming up against Yves Bissouma. Yves Bissouma, who will not be at Brighton next year. I think he's going to be going to a top-class side. Someone who's a very good ball carrier once again. So Calvin's going to have his hands full for this game again. Yeah, and with how Leeds are going to start, I mean, let me know in the comment section below. Do you think Leeds will just go gung ho? Who do you think is going to start on that side? Is it going to be Costa? Is it going to be Poveda? The argument for Poveda, I understand. I probably would go for Poveda. I just worry about his tracking back. I worry about his physicality. That's what I worry about at this moment in time. But I remember against Brighton last time, we barely did anything out wide. We barely did anything, and that was with Rafinha, But you look at that side, it's completely different from when we last played Brighton. We had Luke Ayling at centre-back with Liam Cooper, which is going to be completely different. We had Stuart Dallas at full-back. We had Rodrigo and Click in central midfield, which does not work. We know that doesn't work. They're far too attacking together. That's completely changed. We've now got a sort of solid back line and a solid midfield for me. So, yeah, I think Leeds going into this game, we're in good shape. I do worry about us going forward. I do. But aside from that, I think we're looking great. I think we're looking really good at this moment in time. So it's all positive on that front. Let me know in the comment section below, guys, exactly what you would do. Would you start Rafinha? Would you start Rodrigo? Would you start Rodrigo? And obviously Rafinha, I wish you could start Rafinha, to be honest. But yeah, I think it's going to be a tight one. I think it could be 1-0 either way, to be honest. But I'm going to back Leeds getting the early goal and us winning this game 1-0. That's what I'm going to go for, guys. I think we're going to play this game a lot more pragmatically. I think we're going to be defensively astute, and I think we're going to hit them on the counter-attack, and I think Patrick Bamford's going to score. Interesting to see if Calvin Phillips is man-marking anyone in this game, or whether or not he frees himself up a little bit more. That's going to be fascinating to see, because I thought he was man-marking Bruno very well, but he pushed very high up the pitch. Are we going to see Robin Koch involved at all? We know Bielsa spoke about him playing in that defensive midfield role in his press conference this week as well, so the emergence of that might be interesting with a few weeks to go. Are we going to see Calvin Phillips push a little bit further forward? I'd love to see Tyler Roberts get an assist or get on the score sheet. I think Tyler needs that end product right now. I really do. But once again, Patrick Bamford, it'd be great to see him get back on the score sheet as well. He's had a few now where he hasn't really been on the peak of his powers, but it's not his fault. He's not getting those forward runs at this moment in time. He's not getting that forward impetus. For me, it's a little bit sluggish going forward. Exceptional at the back, but a little bit sluggish going forward. And you do see that with sides, don't you? When they seem to shore up at the back, they lose a little bit going forward. If they're brilliant at going forward, they're a little bit more culpable at the back. So let me know what you think in the comment section below, guys. I'm going to go with the 1-0 Leeds United win. I think you're going to have Brighton having a lot of chances. because I think they've got a lot of pedigree in the side. Their XG backs that up. Neil Maupay seems to do very well against us. I think he scored 4 goals against us. I think he scored more goals against us than at any other clubs. That bodes well, doesn't it? As long as we're defensively right, which I think will be in this game, you know, Llorente, Pascal, keeping that same side, a little bit of familiarity, I think will be good at the back. As I said, I think they'll have lots of chances. I think they'll have more chances than us, but I think we'll keep them out. I think we'll get another clean sheet and Leeds are going to win this one 1-0. Let me know in the comment section below, guys, exactly what you think. I hope you're happy, safe and well. If you haven't already, please check out Cards Plug. It really does us a favour on the channel as well. It helps us out. With the code 1Leeds, you can get 20% off. The Rafinha special merchandise is in the section below. You guys are loving it. It's selling at this moment in time, so keep that up if you want it. We've got loads of designs in there as well. But as I say, Cards Plug, discount is 1Leeds. The link's in the section below, guys. Have a lovely Friday, and I'll see you in a bit.